U.S. Department of Justice Drug Enforcement.
We know the best
Drugs
dealers
in the world. So, right now we have a news flash for you, and that is that there's a lost dog in the planet Earth.
It's a Pomeranian.
It's a Pomeranian. His name is Fritzy.
Fritzy.
Fritzy. Ooh, how lovely. He's a rusty-colored male Pomeranian. If found, bring to us.
At WIOU.
Yeah. We'll
What's our
contact
address?
the owner. Our address is... No, wait, that's
Hairball.
my address. Hairball. Oh,
1619 Monroe Street. And he was lost in this neighborhood
And he's
only moments
lost.
ago.
And please rescue him before any of those nasty high school basketball players kill him.
And make shish kebab out of him.
Or make him into a happy puppy person. Ha ha.
The head of the tailgate party.
Ooh, ha ha. He looks like Bozo. That's pretty cool. So anyway, we're just here chilling in the crib.
Yeah.
Oh.
The happening place to be. Ooh, watch. Guess who does that? It's great. You know, it's just great. So, as I was saying to my good friend here, Vertical, I was saying, hey, good friend Vertical.
Oh, what's that?
Well,
Pope?
why is it that whenever you shish kebab, you always prefer to use lemon meringue as opposed to merengue blue?
Well, Merengue Blue invites some undesirables to the party. And they always do the merengue wrong. They think it's still the samba.
But, you know, what I say to the samba is always fair in fish and biscuits. So, like we were saying...
Fish biscuits.
Fish biscuits, which
And
brings me
salmon
to the
chips.
next one. You're watching the Alternative Playground, where great fun is brought every night. And tonight we may even have Boxty, but I don't know, because I haven't actually talked to anyone here. Cause
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes!
we got
haha.
Boxty.
Look, I mystically talk to people. Ooh, Terry, a little lower. Anyway, ooh, not that low. Okay, so Boxty will be here, like, doing some Irish stuff. That's why I'm wearing green. Actually, I'm not wearing green because of that. It's because this is the only shirt I ever wear. But it's green, so it's good enough for the moment. Ooh, I had a hot flash. Haha, ooh, another one. Anyway, they'll be here bringing down the house, burning down the house, eating lots of louse, and doing it with your spouse. Haha. No, they're not that kind of people. They're good people. They're simple people. They're Irish people. Yeah, hey.
Not the Yiddish, Irish.
What the hell are we watching, Mildred?
Which
Oh,
coming
crap,
up?
Mildred is watching again.
What the hell are we watching, Mildred?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
When I was between us.
I don't know.
What's the name of the damn show?
I don't know. We don't know what shows up next.
Art Paul Schlosser.
Paul Schlosser, I just talked to him, but 5 days ago, and he said hi to all you people at home, because he wants you to watch the Art Paul Schlosser show. Pink pants, a pink pants. I tell all your uncles and all your aunts. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
God damn it, my underwear's riding up. Jeez, I hate it when we do this skit.
You can't say that.
Oh, jeez. Tuna fish.
Casserole. Who is?
Yes.
See ya. Later. Don't go away.
It's okay to love your mother. Paul Schlosser.
There's a bear in the barn, Miss Jones, and it's chewing on some bones. And there's, could it be the cow? Maybe it's the dog. I don't think it's the cat, must be the hog. The hog. There's a bear in the barn, Miss Jones, and it wants to be alone. Now it's chasing us all the time. Do you think it's changed? It's mine, There's a bear in the barn, Mrs. Jones. And I wish that I was at home, because I don't like the way it's looking at us. It's looking at its chops, thinks we're delicious, delicious. There's a bear in the barn, Mrs. Jones. And I wish that we had known. Now it seems it's far away too late. It's supper.
Of stuff in our policy little universe. That was wonderful. You're watching the Alternative Playground. We're doing some great stuff. Call me Pizza Face.
Pizza Face.
I didn't mean that. It was a joke. Well, we don't do jokes here, sorry. We are live in the studio. You're watching this. I'm saying this at the same time you see me say it. So that's really cool. We've also got Boxty. Great, if late, traditional Irish music from, I don't know, Ireland maybe? They're going to be live here in the studio. They just showed up, and we're going to be setting up the...
Ask them where they're from.
Where are you guys from?
Madison.
Madison.
That's Irish.
Close enough, yeah. A lot of Irish people there.
What part of Madison?
East side.
East side.
Oh.
All right.
Lovely. Okay, we're going to get this guy set up, and you right now are going to watch... What? It's Happening. That groovy, hip, fad, rad show from the 60s. It's actually made now, but it's from LA, and they do this now. So all this stuff you'll see in the next few minutes, people do that now. That's their thing. Instead of, like, well, doing something else, they're doing that. It's still in the 60s. Yeah. Don't ask me too many questions. I'm still hungover from St. Patty's Day.
Hey, it's been a historical week.
Hysterical. Yeah.
Hysterical week.
Tell us about it there, VH.
Oh, Leona fainted, you know. They told her she's going to jail. The woman just, pow, she fell over, you know.
Leona.
It's about time somebody knocked that woman over. Yeah.
I thought she was done. Didn't she go to jail or something?
Yeah. She's there. She's going.
She fainted in jail.
She better not keep that up, because I know some prison guards, man.
Yes.
And they look for, you know, women that faint. So,
none about it.
Shall we go to It's Happening?
I think, weren't we supposed to say something else? What else were we supposed to
Well,
say?
Fritzy hasn't showed up yet. Whoever's worried about Fritz.
Get out of my hairline. Jesus. Fritzy's going to be on later. Who's Fritzy?
The dog that's lost.
Oh,
Lost dog.
If
Fritz.
you missed the first segment, we were looking for a great little Pomeranian pooch about this tall, named Fritzy. It's lost in this neighborhood. So if you looks nothing like this. Looks nothing like this.
So you'll be
Okay,
able
we're
to
all
recognize
set. We're going to this tape show because we're done talking and we have nothing to say. So go to the damn thing, will you? You're watching the Alternative Playground. Don't change, because this is better than anything else.
Alternative Playground. If you didn't know where you were, I'm just informing you. We're in the studio with Boxty tonight, coming up at 9 o'clock, the showcase hour. And we've just been discussing moons and the spring equinox. They had a nice drive over from the east side, and I think they're ready to play some music. So you probably shouldn't go away. What you should do is stay tuned and check out Termite TV, produced by the Independent Film and Video Collaborative. This evening is featuring Thatcher Borman's work. And I think you'll like it. But don't go away, because we got lots of fun coming up with Boxty. Okay?
Presenting the world of Termite TV.
reflecting.
That was Tonight Television, thanks to, who's the guy? Thatcher Borman. That was really swell. I like the part about reality, 3,998 feet. Wow.
I think it was just 3.9.
Makes you think. Not really. Well, you're here at the Alternative Playground. We're just about to do some live stuff with Boxty, a great Irish band. And we've got Ireland. We're doing a live simulcast from Ireland. So this is actually Ireland out the back bay window here. We're breathing in some fresh, great air. What else have we got? What's coming up next? Alternative Music Television? Alternative Music Television is coming up next. And stick with us because we got some great tunes coming up. Thank you, and don't change the channel because this is cooler than anything else on any other channel. Yeah, quit watching basketball.
And it's better than
It's horrible. Don't even bother with that channel 16. No.
See ya. Long and prosper.
Stay here, don't change. Done now.
Stay here, Mom.
Oh, we're done. So, oh, thanks. Bye.
Media. Film. Document.
Yes, here we are. Welcome back. We're doing our live shoot remote from Ireland. And in the studio we've got Boxty. Well, I won't do that anymore because it's stupid.
Thank goodness.
Don't you hate that? I can tell. Just nod, okay. First, I'd like to introduce the band, or let them introduce themselves, because I just met them, and I feel better if they introduce themselves to you. So, on flute.
Christine Dowling.
On fiddle.
Martin Dowling.
On. Gosh, you got me. See?
Wow.
All right, this is a trick question.
Bob Newton.
Bob Newton. And why don't you explain a little bit about where you get the name Boxty? I'm sure a lot of people ask you that all the time, or.
No.
Yeah, we still don't have an answer. It's a recipe. It's made out of a recipe made out of potatoes and flour and butter, I think. And so you can have scones of Boxty. You can have sort of lefse kind of stuff, you know.
Lefse, I think.
Potato pancake kind of Boxty. And then you can have live Boxty, and that's what we are.
All right.
Cosmic. I think best when I'm sitting down.
He thinks better when he's playing.
Yeah. That's what he thinks. Okay. So you're from Madison. Now, what type of can you classify your type of music or your sound to a particular area, a Celtic region? What would you say? I know there's different fiddle styles.
We kind of drift around, you know. But a lot of it comes from a place called Sligo, which is sort of in the northwest of Ireland. Not the far northwest, but kind of mid-northwest. But we're going to play some Scottish, or one Scottish tune anyway tonight.
That's fine with me. Everybody.
Yeah, I don't think we'll offend anybody. We're going to do all Scottish music tonight, actually.
Wait a minute.
Our tunes are influenced by the County Dane as well. So.
County.
Yeah.
There's a Dane County in Ireland, or?
No, but there's one.
Oh, we wish it was in Ireland.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, a lot of it is Sligo music, though, which is kind of one of the regions, one of the 3 or 4 regions that are identifiable.
Martin's mother is from Sligo, so we play Sligo music to please her.
It's real important to me.
How long has Boxty been together? And been a
7 years as Boxty?
7 years?
I think so.
Yeah, 7 years.
Chris and I have been married for 5 years? 4 years?
2?
Better ask the
This is the
kids.
newlywed game here. And we just lost.
Before that, Chris and Bob were in a band called Bogside. Don't ask me what that means, because I wasn't in that band. But so there's kind of continuity going back, what, 10 years? maybe?
Yeah, about 10 years.
And I was in a band before that called the Irish Brigade, and a couple of us got together and started the band called Bogside. So the Irish Brigade was started in '74. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And now, where could people go and hear you guys play? Because it doesn't seem to be much Irish or Celtic influence in Madison, or it's not publicized.
Yeah, not these days. There used to be a lot, but there's no venue right now. There's no club that's really doing a lot of that kind of folk or traditional music. We played at the Lake Nona pub on St. Patrick's Day, and that was great. But due to scheduling conflicts on our part, we're not going to be able to get in there again, I don't think, until, I don't know when. I don't know.
Yeah. We don't have a regular gig.
Fort
it that way.
Atkinson.
Yeah.
That
Cafe
Fort
Carp.
Atkinson is our best regular gig.
Cafe Carp's a real nice club. And we play every year down at Irish Fest in Milwaukee, 3rd weekend
Right.
in August.
Yeah, that's kind of like Mecca, you know.
No,
Yeah,
the
sort
Irish
of
Fest.
gravitational pull towards the hotel where they all stay. And
80,000 people go
yeah,
over the weekend.
it's a big party.
Incredible.
It sounds like
Yeah, a lot of people from Ireland there, and that's a good time.
Great. Well, you probably don't want to. What we do? No? Okay. Well, we will. Okay. We're just going to go straight to the music, because I think that's the best way that you're going to get the feeling of these people here and this rich tradition. So I'll shut up. I'll get out of here, and I'll give you a box.
Well, those were some reels, and they all came from one guy named Fred Finn, who lived in a place called Calavel, County Sligo. He was a great fiddle player in the old Sligo style. He died a few years ago, but we got those tunes off him. Bob met him when he was in Ireland. Chris and I met him when we were in Ireland, and we like to play his music. We'll play some jigs now. What do you say?
Sure.
The first one is called Burke's Jig. We got it out of a book. I can't say much more about it, I guess. The second one is called the Maho Snaps. Now, Maho is a town in County Monaghan, right?
Yeah.
And it has one of these roads that goes like,
Over
like
a
that.
bog.
Over a bog. That's how you get to Maho. And if you're driving in Ireland in one of those like little Ford Fiestas that's about this big, at about 40 miles an hour into Maho, your neck snaps around quite a bit, and so therefore the little bumps are called snaps.
And hence the name of the tune.
And what's the last one?
I don't know. Johnny Henry.
Johnny Henry's. Now, Johnny Henry is another fiddle player who was a neighbor of Fred Finn's. And he's a brother of a great musician who now lives in Chicago named Kevin Henry. And he wrote the last jig. One, two, three, four.
It's warm.
Nice jigs.
Well, I'm going to sing a song now that is a sort of ornithological discussion on love. And we learned this just the other day to have ready to go for St. Patrick's Day. Though it has nothing to do with St. Patrick's Day at all. But it's called Two Strings on a Bow, and it's done to an air called The Cuckoo's Nest, which Martin is going to play. And I guess that's all you need to know about that. Said the hawk unto the crow one day, it's why do you in morning stay? I was once in love and it didn't prove fact, and ever since I wear the black. Skiddy-idle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum. I was once in love and it didn't prove fact, and ever since I wear the hopped up was a big jay thrush. He was sitting in a holly bush. Well, the way to court, I hear them say, is to court all night and sleep all day. Skiddy-idle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum. Oh, the way to court, I hear them say, is to court all night and sleep all day. Topped up was a willy wagtail. I once was in love and I did prevail. I was once in love and I did prevail, and ever since I wagged my tail. Skiddy-idle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum. I was once in love and I did prevail, ever since I wagged my tail. But the last hopped up was a little Jenny Wren. I'll tell you what I would do if I was a man. In case one love should rise and go, I would wear two strings on every bow. Skiddy-idle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum. In case one love should rise and go, I would wear two strings on every bow.
Thank you, cameraman. I'd like to thank each and every one of the cameramen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Launch it here.
Sure. about we'll try some waltzes now. So move the coffee table out of the way there and grab your partner and roll up the rug. Right? These waltzes we get from a all-women's Cayley band from Dublin called Macalla. And so they're called the Macalla waltzes. One, two, three, two, three.
Well, I'm going to sing a song now with a little help from Chris on the chorus and maybe from all you at home. I sing a lot of songs that come out of a tradition of stories about migrant workers. And it's not only because I gravitate toward the songs, it's probably because there are a lot out there of Irishmen who've emigrated and taking on various jobs in England and Ireland, or Scotland rather. And this is one about somebody who goes over to England or Scotland and works on the hydroelectric projects. And there were so many Irishmen working on this one that they called it the Mickey Dam. So this is about a particular laborer, and he goes over there and runs into a few obstacles and develops his own means of conflict resolution in the middle of all this. And it has a chorus. And the chorus goes, I'm as strong as any lion, I was reared on eggs and ham. I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. I'm an honest Irish labourer and I come from the County Clare. Once I had a farm there with nothing much to spare, but I had to sell me donkey and me famous billy goat. And with the money I received, the Glasgow took the boat. On the morning when I landed, before me hair gone dry, I was started on the Mickey Dam in a place they call Milguy. For I'm as strong as any lion, I was reared on eggs and ham. I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. Now the ganger that I started with, they called him John the Mouse. And the very first day that I was there, at me he made to grouse. But I quickly surprised him, and I said, you little rat, I'll tie a string around your neck and throw you to the cat. For I'm as strong as any lion, I was reared on eggs and ham. I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. Now this rose a mouse's temper, and at me he made to jump. He swore he'd paralyze me with the handle of a pump. But I quickly surprised him, and I grabbed him by the throat, and I shook that little monkey till the tail fell off his coat. For I'm as strong as any lion, I was reared on eggs and ham. I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. Now the big hotel we're stopping in, they call them navvies' huts. And the bugs and fleas are in the bend as big as cokey nuts. On Saturday nights when I get there, I stand behind the door. And as they come out one by one, I bash them to the floor. For I'm as strong as any lion, I was reared on eggs and ham. I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam. I'm as strong as any lion, I was reared on eggs and ham. I'm a terror to all fighting men around the Mickey Dam.
Oh.
Oh!
Let's just check.
We're going to return to the musical portion of our program here with 3 jigs. First of which is Condon's Frolics, then Eddie Kelly's, and then a Scottish jig.
Okay. What are we playing?
Condon's Frolics.
1, 2, 3, 4.
you, thank you.
Thank you. Well. Should we?
Yeah.
Should I go out there with the camera?
Sure.
Should we?
Go out there with the camera?
How did you come out here with the camera?
Oh.
This is the interview part.
Hi, Terry. How you doing tonight?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Here. Where's my roadie?
I'll play Danny Boy while you get ordered.
Not again. Once was enough.
Can he get here before it's over?
Just a second.
Thank God. Thank God.
Excuse me.
Well, this is the portion of the interview where I bring my book of questions on, but I forgot my book of questions.
Oh yeah.
So we'll just.
We've got a book of answers.
But we forgot it.
Did we?
No, I have a list of answers here. It says yes, no, and only in the summertime. That's the first three answers.
Introduce them again in case people just didn't.
Okay, for those people who just tuned in and you're not sure where you are, you thought you were someplace else, well, you're at the alternative playground right now. And Boxty is in the studio, and in case you were wondering who this wild and crazy music is. Gee, I've never been that tall before to actually run into things. So, didn't I do this once before?
The answer is Boxty.
Once again, we have.
We have over here on, I'll do it for you.
Okay.
Spare you the pain there. Over here on the left on mandocello, and later in the program, Baron, the Irish drum, is Bob Newton.
Some big hand.
Bob is a Madison native, so he has a lot of fame just because he was actually born in this town.
This used to be on Bob's paper route, the building that we're
Yeah.
in here, a long time ago.
Here
2
we
years
have,
ago.
Born in Chicago, raised in southern Indiana, but mostly Milwaukee. Martin
man.
Dowling on fiddle.
Thank you. I like to forget about the southern Indiana part. That was only 1 year.
And my name's Christine Dowling, and I was born in Chicago, and I've been here since '76. And we're all East Siders, so we're very
East
proud of
Side.
that.
Well, where else do you guys play?
Where else? It depends on when. We've played as far as Dayton, not Dayton, Dallas, Dallas, Texas, and we play at the Milwaukee Irish Fest every summer. Yeah. And it's always a good time, pretty wild time.
We used to play a lot in the Twin Cities.
Yeah, we used to play in the Twin Cities. We might again someday.
We play sometimes in Chicago. We play in Fort Atkinson at the lovely Cafe Carp.
Yeah.
And
Best stuffed pizza, best pizza, and.
We hope to play again in a couple of places we played in town recently. The Canterbury Bookstore, which we had a very nice gig there last Sunday night, and we played in the Lake Monona Pub, and we had one of our more civilized St. Patrick's evenings in the Lake Monona Pub, and we really enjoyed it. It was a blast.
And we play a lot at festivals around the state, folk festivals.
Mostly we play in our living room, though.
Or at
Or
Mickey's
your
Tavern.
living room.
Mickey's Tavern every Wednesday night.
Oh yeah, there's a session. There's a
that.
traditional session in town every Wednesday, starting at about 9:30 or 10. Mickey's Tavern on Williamson Street by the lovely Yahara, and goes till late. So anybody who plays in town shows up down
We're
there.
certainly not the only musicians in town who play Irish music. There's a whole bunch of, there's harpers, there's a guy who plays the pipes, tin whistle players, flute players. What else?
That's one thing I think we haven't done yet is introduce your instruments. Now we know.
This is Marvin.
Meet Fred. Actually, they've met.
This is Nicholas. That's a flute.
This is a flute. This
That's
is an old flute.
Yeah, that was made in London in the 1820s.
Yeah. So that's why it's wood instead of metal, just because of
That's
age.
the kind of flute that they played.
But, once the metal flutes came into popularity, the English, for the most part, cast off their old wooden, outmoded ones, and so the poor Irish picked them up. So they became traditional in the music scene over there, and they're preferred now because they have a nice big woody sound to them, and
Now,
they
of
like
course,
the
it's
tone
getting
holes.
very
Yeah, now we're returning
to play
to
Beethoven on these things again.
original
so
instruments, and you can't
prices
buy
are
one of
going
these
up.
things anymore for love nor money. So
That's too bad. Well, that's just a fad, you know.
And what is that on the floor over there?
Oh, yeah.
Don't you know, Bob? You've been playing in the band.
This is a concertina.
A tuner, yeah. This is what keeps us in tune.
This is a Wheatstone English concertina. This was made about 1890s. And I picked this up. I wanted to learn how to play Irish music, and I didn't want to have to worry about producing a nice tone. So I figured if I played this thing, it would manufacture the tune. I mean, the tone and the tuning for me. And all I had to do was push the buttons. So. And
It's real binary, you know.
Real binary. And then I have a tin whistle here, which I'll be playing later too, which is this is actually a glorified version of a tin whistle. Tin whistle is one of the oldest Irish instruments, along with the bowron or the drum, and this is, as I say, has been recently outmoded, so they can charge a lot of money for it. But it's pretty nice.
Works okay.
So that's my instruments.
Lovely. What do you play, Martin?
This is a fiddle.
Not a violin.
Very simple. What do you play about?
This is a mandocello. And around the turn of the century, they had mandolin craze around the country. And Gibson and other very shrewd entrepreneurs decided to make mandolins in all the various sizes of the stringed instrument family. So you had mandolins tuned like violins, mandolas tuned like violas, octave mandolins tuned like nothing, an octave down from a violin, mandocellos tuned like cellos, mando basses tuned like basses. And they had these glee clubs and mandolin orchestras in all the colleges, and it was kind of the craze. And then they went up to everybody's attic, end of the 20s or in the 30s, and sometime after the war, well, actually there was an Irish musician by the name of Johnny Moynihan who went down to Greece and came back with a bouzouki and started playing it in sessions around Dublin, and people liked the sound, so people started getting those, and then they realized, hey, wait a minute, all these instruments in these attics, they kind of work too. So I guess it's kind of a new traditional Irish instrument, or an old traditional American instrument.
Bob used to come to every gig with the mandocello, the mandolin, the mandola, the octave mandolin, a tenor banjo, and the bowron. But then his bigger car broke down, and he couldn't fit it all in his tercel, so he's down to one. We're all pleased, because it used to take 45 minutes to tune him up every night. So.
And since she was the one with the concertina,
Yeah,
she got to do the
fingers
tuning.
got sore.
And then this is a boron, which is the Irish drum. It's a hoop of any description or non-description, and over the top is stretched a goat skin, and with a fair amount of tension. This one was made by a steel worker in Chicago, Tommy McMahon. And on the other side, I'm not quite sure why this is all here. Maybe to pick up
Better
cosmic
reception, yeah.
Cosmic reception there. And then the duct tape is essential for just about any instrument that's going to sound good, just to keep it together. But it deepens the sound a little bit and gives them some guts. So I think that's it on the instrument review.
Great.
Well, we'll play some more tunes, do you think?
I think that's the best thing to do. All in favor, say aye.
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 Democracy in action.
Yeah. Polka time, folks.
Roll back the rug again.
Yeah. One, two, three, four.
Well, there's a great tradition of a cappella singing in Ireland and England and Scotland. And I'm going to sing a song that I learned from an Irishman, but I think it's originally an English song, and it's called The Recruited Collier. And it's about a young man who got his paycheck one day, and he went into town, and he met the king's army, and they got him drunk and made him sign the book enlisting himself. And his fiancée, or girlfriend, is extremely upset about this, and she wants him to get out of it. But he says, no, I'll make the best of it, and maybe I'll become a lieutenant or a colonel or something, and maybe this is all for the best. And she's very depressed and wants to go out and give him up, so. Oh, what's the matter with you, me lass? And where's your handsome Jimmy? The soldier boys have picked him up and taken him far, far from me. Last payday he went into town, and those red-coated fellows enticed him in and got him drunk, and he'd better gone to the gallows. And the sight of him in his cockade, it sets us all a-crying, and me, I nearly fainted twice. I thought that I was dying. My father would have paid the smart, and he ran for the golden guinea. But the sergeant swore he'd kiss the book, and now they've got my Jimmy. When Jimmy talks about the wars, it's worse than death to hear him, and I must go and hide my tears because I cannot bear him. A brigadier or a grenadier, he's sure that they will make him. And all the while he cracks his jokes, and he bids me not forsake him. As I roved o'er the stubble fields, below me runs the seam, and I think of Jimmy hewing there, but it was all a dream. He hewed the very coals we burn, and while the fire is leading, to think the lumps once were in his hands, oh, it sets my heart a-beating. For 3 long years I followed him, and now I must live without him. There is nothing more that I can do but only think about him. So break my heart, and when it's o'er, oh, break my heart, my dearie. And I lie in the stubble fields, for of single life I'm weary.
Very nice.
Lovely.
Well, I think we're kind of out of time. We're going to finish up with some reels now, a couple of reels. The first one is called The Rainy Day, and the second one is the one that's called The One After the Rainy Day.
The day after.
And we'll see y'all down at Mickey's Tavern sometime for a session, right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
One more, one more.
One more.
One more.
Stairway.
Free bird. One more. More reels, I suppose. Hey?
Sure.
Now we'll play something really fast. Good night.
Thank you.
Now what?
Hello, Terry. Terry,
Here he
Terry.
comes. Here he comes.
Hey, how does this look, Frank? Does this look good?
Oh, really nice.
I had to get a mic. Charlie, come on up here. Carol, everybody, come on up here. Yeah, I can't hear anything.
You gonna play for us now?
Yeah.
Come on, everybody else that's working on cameras here, come on up. Don't be shy. Yeah, that was great. Do we have time for one more, or do we gotta go? We gotta go. He says, Frank gives me this face. Okay, well, thanks for coming down to the studio.
Our pleasure.
And
Thank you.
where, if people want to get a hold of Boxty, how can they reach you if they've got gigs?
Martin or Chris Dowling in the phone book. That's the way to do it.
That's fair enough.
D-O-W-L-I-N-G.
Just like
Father Dowling.
Unfortunately.
Wouldn't there be a lot of Dowlings in the phone book?
No, there's only one Martin.
Wow, that's good. Well, tune in next week. We'll have the Water Dogs in here, and everybody wear surf clothes for that. Get your best swimsuit together, ironed and pressed, because who knows? There might even be some body painting going on. I don't know. Maybe that's a rumor. I don't want to spread rumors, but you didn't hear it from me, so. Thanks for watching the Alternative Playground, and thanks to everybody back in the control room, PJ, Joe, Frank, Kitty, Carol. Well, we got to go now, and Kurt for coming down. There's Frank. That's mostly his hair, though.
He's tearing it out.
So, thanks again for tuning in, and thanks, Boxty, for coming down. Until next week, happy trails.
More Danny Boy, more Danny Boy.
Danny Boy.
It's almost as bad as on Tuesday night.
If I could belch now, I would. I'm wearing green socks.
Well, one of them's green.
How's the rest of it go?
Oh, I'll be there. Blah, 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 blah,
Blah, blah, blah.
da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. That note's way up here, way up here. Ooh. Ow!
That's not the one Bobby Goldsboro recorded, is it?
No, Jackie Wilson recorded it, though.
Underwriting for the Alternative Playground is provided by Mad City Music Exchange, offering new and used compact discs, albums, and cassettes. Mad City Music Exchange, 600 Williamson Street in Madison.
Don't fight me,